Hello and welcome to this Newcastle United squad builder. I am the decisive gamer, and to start with, the formation for this team is going to be 4-4-2. But as always, you could play whatever formation you want, but this is the way I would set up a Newcastle United team. So the starting goal was last season's amazing goalkeeper. That was Tim Krul. In my opinion, he was the second best keeper in the league behind Joe Hart for Manchester City. Now, he pulled off some incredible saves last year, hence why his overall on FIFA has gone up by so much. But he hasn't been as good this year, and in reflection, that's Newcastle as a whole. So he's going to be the goalkeeper. Now, the first centre back is going to be Fabrizio Colaccini. He's recently handed in a transfer request and wanted to leave. For what he said is personal reasons, but he has been at Newcastle for 3 or 4 seasons now, so I don't really understand that. I think he just wants to leave because of how badly the team are doing. But he was incredibly good as well last year. That was reflected in the whole team, but he got Team of the Season card on FIFA 12, what showed how well he did. He's got one inform on this game, but I'm going to leave the informs out of the team. The next centre-back is going to be the recently signed Yang Mbuya. Now, Newcastle fans are yet to see how good this guy's going to be, but on FIFA he's a beast. He's got 76 pace and 81 defending, what just makes him incredible. Like, I can't judge his real-life performance because I haven't seen him play. But in the Champions League, Montpellier didn't do very well. They conceded quite a few goals, but means he might be alright, but he is one of the reasons why I've decided to call the this squad name Merseyside Bleu. So at left back is going to be David Santon. Now, there's not many other players you can play here for Newcastle, and I have one real problem. The only problem I have on FIFA for this guy is one, he goes forward a little bit, but the main problem is he's right-footed, and as a left back, I just prefer them to be left-footed. It's just one thing for me. I just don't really like right-footed players on the left-back position because it can be quite tricky to clear the ball. Now, at right-back is going to be another recently transferred player just in this market, and that's going to be Mathieu Debuchy. Now, from seeing him play at the Euros, he's a very strong player, and Newcastle were keen of him in the summer, and they've eventually got their hands on him this market for, I believe it was something like 5 million. What seems to be really cheap for a French international right back. Obviously, Sagna will have probably played at the Euros if he was fit. But Debuchy looks to be quite a decent signing, but it'll be yet to see how well he plays. Now, at right back is going to be the one and only Ben Arthur. Yet another standout performer on last season, and also one of the best players on the last FIFA. He had 2 informed. For the overall of those informs, you could just tell how good a player he was on the game because he was the informs were incredibly good. I can remember that goal he scored last season where he dribbled through all the way from the in his own half and ended up scoring what was an incredibly good goal. And he's a really good player in real life, and it's a shame Newcastle are playing so poorly because he would probably be a lot better. Now, the 4th French player of the team is about to join in, and that's going to be Yohan Cabaye. Now, he was obviously going to be in the team. He's probably been Newcastle's best player this season, apart from the recently departed Demba Ba. And of course, Cabaye's still there. Newcastle's done quite well to keep hold of him. They got him on a free from Lille, I believe, when they bought him. So he's a really, really good signing. He had a really good, strong season last year, and the only problem is he's been out injured at the start of this season. The next player in the midfield is going to be Cheick Tiote. He's at the moment he's out on. I think he's at the African. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's out on at the African Cup of Nations for Ivory Coast. I mean, he is he's got a weird shaped head, hasn't he? But he's a very, very strong player. I think his defensive stat on FIFA is a bit too high. When I've seen him play this year, he hasn't been particularly too good at the back. That's just from what I've seen. But he was really good last year, and 2 seasons ago he scored that volley against Arsenal, what is one of the best goals I've seen in the Premier League in recent years. So he's a very good player. Now at left midfield, I had two choices, and this choice might surprise a few people. I'm going to go for Marver. Now, Jonas Gutierrez would probably be the choice of most fans of Newcastle, but this guy's just a bit more agile on the game, and he's got a bit better shot than Gutierrez. So that's why I'm going to put him in. That's just me. I think that's one of the obvious changes you could make. If you build this team, you could put Gutierrez in. Well, the first striker is going to be Papi Cisse. He was incredible, wasn't he, when he came last January to Newcastle. Like everything he shot went in. That goal, those 2 goals he got against Chelsea. Now they were incredible. That volley he did, where it just looked inhuman when he hit it, and it was just one. It was in. I think it was voted goal of the season. What rightly it should have been. And it was one of those where that Rooney overhead kick the season before, it was probably as good as that. But this season he's not. I don't understand why he's not as good this year. He's just shied out of games, and he just hasn't been able to find any goal scoring form. Now I wasn't sure what to put in at the next striker because it is a Newcastle United squad builder. So I built the squad with the players Newcastle have got. Now, passionate Newcastle fans might not want to put this man in, as he's just left the club. What the fuck is it? I don't want Gareth Bale. But Demba Ba has to go in the team. Now, for one, he's better on FIFA than the other option. But I think he has to go in the team because Gouffran's a bit rubbish. Now, it's a bit sad for Newcastle fans to have to see him goodbye because he was their lone man goal scoring wise for the team and obviously their best player this season. Now, he hasn't started too well at Chelsea as Torres has been starting, but Demba Ba's going to have to go in this team. Now, the other options, you've got Ashola Amiobi or Gouffran if you're one of these Newcastle fans that doesn't really want to put in players that have just departed. And the only other change I can say that is good to make is when Musa Sissoko gets his transfer card, the Toulouse player, putting him instead of Tiote in the central midfield. And you could also change it then to a 4-3-3 and have Ben Arthur and Marver as wingers and then have 3 across the middle. So I've been the decisive gamer and thank you for watching.